Howdy, Doaa. So, first thing I want to ask you is, tell the audience about yourself.
Okay, so I've graduated from UAU 2014, studying supply chain management and marketing. It was double major. And then I got a scholarship to study in NYU. I did management information system with a focus on entrepreneurship. And after that, I came back to the UAE to work in EY as a consultant.
Ernst & Young, just to be clear, consulting company, Ernst & Young, okay? One of the big four, correct?
One of the big four, that's correct, yes. And so I joined in their leadership program as well. So it was a graduate leadership program, which, allowed me to work on different projects and not just, choose one team. But one team I worked with a lot during these 2.5 years I spent there was the supply chain management team. So there I got the chance to work with Dubai airports on procurement work, on processes, a lot of the things we've covered in supply chain management. It was great to see all these concepts put into practice. After this experience, I've moved to the government sector in the UAE. Now I work in a semi-government organization called the Arc Youth Center. It's under Her Excellency Sham Al-Mazrou'i, Minister of Youth. I'm now leading the strategy and research team, and my work there is focused on youth empowerment, youth development across the MENA region. I would say it is a departure from what I've studied in a sense of the technicality. However, understanding the whole concept of from business development, from the business perspective, just allows me to conduct projects in a better way. Because like everything, if you think of it in a structured manner, it just changes the way you look at it. So I hope that answers your question.
Oh, absolutely. And just for people who are watching to know, Doaa is one of, if I had to have a gun to my head and say who's 5 of your favorite all-time students, she is absolutely in the top 5, because she was somebody that when I explained something and didn't explain it quite right, she'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And I appreciate students who push me. And because I know full well that if Doaa didn't understand what I'm saying, then 90% of the rest of the class is not going to understand what I'm saying. And so, yeah, there are students that teachers want to have in the class, and Doaa is absolutely one of those. So,
thank you, Steve. And just to, I think also to maybe something to point out, like which I do think is relevant from teaching the subject of supply chain management. I do believe the style you have adopted to teach the subject, and I've taken with you the introduction to supply chain management, had a great impact on me to decide to join this, to study supply chain management. What the way you made it interesting is by linking, I would say a bit of a dry topic if you're gonna take it off the textbook, and you made it very relevant to what we see on the news, to what we hear all the discussions about. So you've managed to link the two words together, academia and industry, which is, I do believe it's just the most important thing to teach. It's just like, it's great to understand the concept, but if you cannot relate it to real life, what's the point? But if you can see real life and you don't really know, how or what does that mean? Also that, diminish a bit of the value. So thank you, because you did definitely an amazing job at, carrying this message.
Well, very much appreciated. One of the things that I'm not good at is accepting compliments. So thank you. That is very nice. What would be your advice to I believe now. Keep in mind, my undergraduate degree is in economics, so and my graduate degree is in management. The terms we only had operations management. There was no the word supply chain didn't exist. That's how old I am. Okay, when I was a student. So what I believe supply chain is, people think that they want to go into finance and accounting as a way to get a job. I'm of the belief that the future is supply chain. What would you say to that?
I definitely agree with you. Like the future is supply chain, and understanding it, like just the fact, I would say, like with this pandemic, like for anybody who argue against it, I would say, like, if you just follow in the news, like you just understand how important is supply chain. And like the fact that
company
people were like, just like I feel like now you have a lot of material like you can cover in your classes, like videos of people like going crazy in supermarkets over toilet papers for no reason, but that is connected to supply chain, right?
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm living in the UAE, because my friends in America dealing with shortages of toilet paper, like that's a legit. My sister was like, we're down.
So many things, right? So just like being present at this time and just understanding, everybody was impacted in their own way. And so like so many things, like the resilience, building the resilience of supply chains. And it is just like a skill that, academia also needs to focus on, and just needs to, ensure that, we're all not only graduating people from finance and accounting, and these things are being a bit...
Which are very important majors. I don't want anybody to hear what I said earlier.
Yes.
And whatever. I'm not dissing any other major, but I just...
But there's definitely a job market, for people who understand, that's what our word is run on.
I'm very happy with my economics undergraduate, but if you want to have zero chance of getting a job with just a bachelor's degree, major in economics. I mean, there are certain areas. If you major in psychology, you're going on to graduate school. If you major in economics, you're going to graduate school, because there aren't many companies that look for the econ grad. So
I think definitely, like everything has its like demand a little bit in the market, but I feel like the lack of understanding of what supply chain management may be scaring some students off. So I feel like this is the job of universities, educators, to just I think something you've done, and I've just mentioned it, right? To like make it more, like to give real life examples, so they understand what type of jobs they will have, how will their work, impact their communities and so on. But definitely something to encourage more students to pursue.
Well, I'm very happy for you. Anything you want to talk about supply chain at UAU? Why are you? If you had to do UAU over again, you were a double major of supply chain and marketing, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so if you had to do UAU over again, would you do those same two majors? Would you?
Yes, definitely supply chain management and marketing as well. I think I had a great luck with supply chain management, even in terms of the faculty. It was a very strong faculty, and I just felt like I was learning from experts and the best of the best, which was really nice. So just focusing on that. So I would definitely do that. And if I do it, again, I would also maybe try to benefit more, from people, who just who have experience. And I really think it's something the university also should look into. It's just getting more people who have industry experience.
I'm with you completely.
In the faculty, yeah.
Unfortunately, one of the truths of academics is that the papers you write are what, for most people, that's what gets them their promotion and gets them. That's what the university, because that's how your ranking then goes up. And so papers people write gets a higher weighting than it should. And I'm actually truly of the belief that that 20 years from now, your children may not even care about going to college, because I'm of the belief that certifications are going to matter more. And I think Google has a potential of putting universities out of business. So if we don't get with the program and figure out how to have more of a real impact on students' lives, we're going to be, yeah. So so is there anything else you want to? I don't want our recorded chat to go too long. Is there anything else you want to add here?
Yeah, definitely. So the last thing is, personally, I'm from the why I would want to join, the honor group, for supply chain management under the UAE, or get this established. It's just because I feel like this is a great way, to give back also to the UAEU and to the new students. And if this could happen through this group, I really think it's a great opportunity for us, to create some lasting impact on a university, that we love, and we just want to, just give back through our experience. So I really thank you for this initiative, and I really think it's a great opportunity.
No, you're welcome for the opportunity. And trust me, when we get the marketing honor society up, you'll be invited again. They also operate on the same thing. So you're going to be invited again.
That's great. Perfect.
But you are literally this is. Young people always need role models, and the best role models are the people who are just right over the horizon to them, which you are. And me standing up and saying something that's like, yeah, whatever, old man. So that. Anything else you want to say?
You're not an old man. That would be my last words here. Young in spirit.